Alright, let me try making this video one more time. I keep hitting the stop button instead of the record button. Anyway, pound yen, 15-minute chart, which is a chart I don't usually even trade because it's just, it's a small time frame. I usually, at least on the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly chart and stuff like that, but I was just messing around with a 15-minute chart, drawing in some, support, resistance, trend lines. And this is basically Hector DeVille's trend collapse technique on the 15-minute chart, which seems to work out really well. This pair has a high average daily range, like 231, so it seems to work better on a chart that has a higher average daily range. Anyway, flat bottom triangle here. Obviously it's finding a lot of support. You can see it broke, retested it right where it broke through, and then had a nice move up. Pretty easy to grab 100 pips out of here. It went more than that if you held out to here. So I could see it was messing around here, so I put a trend line in, and it broke to the downside, retested, not quite where it broke through, and then just took off down. And this is just more of a bullish flag. Not too crazy about this trade. I might get stopped out right here. But you can see it broke through, retested. I got in a little late, and I'm not just too crazy about this. It was just doing this more to show you, this move here, and then this move here. So, yeah, I just got stopped out. So, yeah, I just wanted to see what's possibly going to happen here. Like I said, I got stopped out. My stop was at break even, or a couple pips below. Doesn't really matter. I added this trend line in, and continuing this one across. As you can see, it's trying to form like another little flat bottom triangle. So we'll see if it breaks up, retest, and we get a move up. Okay, back to the pound yen. I actually just woke up because I started trading, back in here watching the charts, and it's all night. I finally had to get some sleep. But I had this little trend line for this bullish flag drawn in, and I kind of missed, didn't get my entry where I wanted it, and I had gotten in like somewhere right in here, and I wasn't quite sure about this trade, and I had moved my stop to break even, and it took me out. And then you can see the trade finally worked itself out, and I had a nice move down. So that's a good example of moving your stop to break even too quick, what you can miss out on. I don't know where I would have got out if I had stayed in there for this candle, probably right at this round number. Price likes the round numbers. But you can see it's come back up, broke the trend line, and retested, and I did enter in right here. It's 2 o'clock on a Friday. I don't know how much gas is left in the market, but this is pretty interesting. There's a lot of good trades here. You had a long here, short here, and then a long here. So that's, if you like intraday trading, this seems to work out pretty well. But I'm gonna give this maybe an hour and a half and see what happens, and I'm either gonna get stopped out or close it out. Yeah, I just closed this trade out. You can see it was just like a little late in the day. I picked up like 20 pips or something like that. But yeah, I just think that it's pretty interesting because I never really traded the 15-minute chart, and when you see setting up, you can go down to the 5-minute chart, which I never go on, and you can kind of see to nail the entry a little better. Yeah, and you can really have a tight stop loss, and make some quick pips if that's the way you want to trade.